This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian.
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy James.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hey y'all, this is Dakota Duke, and you're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
This is Magnus Mörbult, and you're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show where it's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, James J., and it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the Swedish Wrestling Cowgirl, Dakota Duke, and Magnus Roughneck Mörbult.
Yeah.
You did a better job. You did a better job than many to pronounce my name.
Well, yes. I appreciate that. How are you two both today?
We are great as always. How are you?
I am good as well. Can you tell us where you guys are going next event-wise?
Next event that I know I'm booked for is Stockholm Wrestling There Will Be Blood on the 29th of November.
Yes, and for me as well. And you are defending your title?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I am the Capital City champion at the moment.
Yes, he is. And I maybe will have a title match against Nikita for the Glam Championship.
Ooh.
We will see. Because I have a shoulder injury, so if I'm healed enough, then I'll go for it. But I need to take care of my body first, as you know.
Absolutely. And where can we find you two on social media as well?
Well, Dakota Duke, Dakota_Duke on Instagram. That's the one that I use. So hit me up there. I always answer any DMs. And if you want to buy some merch, I got that too. Right now I have key change and some t-shirts left, but I'm planning on making a new trucker cap.
And I'm Magnus Mörbult. One word. If you find Dakota, you will find me, probably. And I don't have any merch.
He's too cool for merch. He doesn't care, you know. I need to sell this face and body as long as it's in good use, you know, so I'll do the merch.
Right. Well, I mean, you need to start making merch. Start, you know, monetizing that as well. Especially now that you're champion.
Yeah, that kind of happened. Bit unprepared. Like I have a bit of the mindset of I can't imagine somebody wanting my merch, so it's a bit of a mental blocker to actually get it. But
yeah, of course they do. Who wouldn't want a Magnus Roughneck Mörbult t-shirt to sleep in?
Yeah, of course. And you don't have to go looking for it. All of the links to all their social media will be in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox.
Cool.
Alright, well, I would like to start ladies first, and returning guest as well, Dakota. Last time we spoke, you know, you had yet to make your debut. You were still in the process of recovering from your stroke.
Yes.
So I do want to ask, when you were finally able to make your debut, what was that moment like for you after, all of the obstacles that you had to face?
Well, it was a great moment, of course. Mostly, I mean, the audience didn't really know. They haven't followed my journey like that. But all of my friends in the Rooster, they were cheering for me and were so excited for me to have my first match and enter the stage after my stroke and being paralyzed and everything. So, of course, it was like a happy tear moment. It went so quickly though, because it was just a 5-minute match. So it was like it was over before it even begun. But I got some great shots from it, and I did it against Lexi Lux, which is a friend of mine. So that was great.
Yeah, I love Lexi. Was it kind of like a relief moment at that afterwards? Like I finally, I was able to do it.
Both yes and no, because it was a goal to be able to do it, but I didn't know, like, can I still do this? I mean, I can do a 5-minute match and I can do the basic stuff, but can I do something more? And can I be against more advanced wrestlers, more veterans? And so then that anxiety kind of built up. But now I just got back from Germany doing a show there in Lübeck, and after that, like, now I got my like revenge and aha moment. Like, yeah, I can really put on a great match. I can do cool stuff, and yeah, really show off my opponent and show off my skills as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeehaw.
Now, Magnus, as we mentioned, you won the Capital City Championship. Your first singles championship. I believe your first championship of any type. So what was that moment like, winning that championship?
Well, it was. I lost the word I was going for, but it was, of course, a great moment. Felt a bit bittersweet in that I was going to face Kenzane for the title, and he had to step away for personal reasons, so I didn't get to have the match with him, but I still claimed the championship, and that was a great feeling.
I mean, is it a moment you kind of take in the moment, or is it something that kind of sets in afterwards? Like, I have this now.
Yeah, that kind of set in when I got home. I think at night, as in the moment you're just caught up in everything, and you just see people and you hear noises and. There's emotions everywhere, so didn't really sink in until I got home, I think.
And who do you know who you'll be defending the championship against on I believe you said November 29th?
No, I do not. It's still up in the air.
Now that you have the championship, is it kind of like even more of a feeling of having to prove yourself as a champion?
Yes, there's a lot more pressure, I would say, in that now I have this this status symbol, and now I really have to prove that I do deserve it.
Right. Now, this next question's for the both of yous. You were able to wrestle Heidi, Katrina, and Benny Buckus. Obviously, Heidi is, a big and respected name on the indies over there. And obviously Benny is Benny. What was that experience like, getting to wrestle Heidi and Benny?
I mean, first of all, how the fuck did that tag team happen? I don't know. I think Benny like nestled himself in Heidi somehow, because Heidi is way too big to be wrestling together with him. But yeah, I mean, it was a great match. They both are professionals. We put on a great show. The crowd was amazing. Heidi had an injury in her wrist, but it wasn't noticeable at all, I think. We worked around that. So, I mean, my dream match against Heidi would be a singles match where she is not injured and we could put on a great show. But my memories of it was that it was fun. It was a fun match, a lot of comedy in it. And we got interviewed afterwards from one of Sweden's biggest newspaper and got our photos taken for that. And yeah, no, all around great for me. How was it for you, Magnus?
Well, yeah, it was really good. Like, I've had matches with Benny before, and always had good chemistry with him when it comes to matches. And also have good chemistry with Dakota, obviously, and adding Heidi to the mix was no difficulty whatsoever. So just smooth sailing, good match. Crowd really liked it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now, I mean, you do tag team a lot, but I'm not aware that there's an actual tag team championships in Sweden, no?
Not in any of the promotions we are active in. There is a set of tag titles in Sweden, but they are in a different promotion.
I mean, is a set of tag team titles something that you would desire to have?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, we would be the champions in an instant.
And then you could get the Glam Championship, and we could get a tag team championship, and then we'd have 4 belts.
Yeah, then we could do a photo shoot with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the first championship you're going after, Dakota?
Yes, or I've been introduced to the idea if I wanted to have this title match, and of course I wanted to say yes, but I said that I need to check my shoulder injury first. I'm going to the doctors tomorrow, so I'll get the verdict if it's a surgery or not. So if it's not a surgery, then it's just rehab, and I think I'll be able to have the match. But if it's surgery, then it's like, okay, when is the surgery? Should I do this match and just go with it because I'm just going to have a surgery anyway? Or is the surgery before? Then it's like, no, I can't do it because it's like a 6-month rehab afterwards.
How did you get injured?
Oh, you don't want to know. It's so embarrassing. I was in Germany. I was going to wrestle. So backstage, I hung up my purse, like, you know, in like midsection height, so an old lady doesn't have to bend over every time to get something from her purse. So I just took my left hand down in the purse, and I was gonna to take up like a lipstick or something, and something snapped in my rotator cuff.
Ooh.
So I was just picking something up from my purse, and it snapped. It was like somebody shot me or stabbed me, like, in my shoulder. Such an intense pain, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And like, I did my match, and I told the girls, like, you know, hit my arm because I'm not gonna be able to use it. So hit the left one, you know. And then like on on the flight home, I was like, oh my God, it's so intense. And then Magnus came to pick me up at the airport, and I was like crying, and I was like, I don't know if we have to go to the emergency room or not. It's like, but I was so tired, so I just wanted to get home to sleep. Then we went to the emergency room next day, was at the hospital for 30 hours.
Oh, God.
And then finally got home with the verdict. So, yeah, I was just picking something up from my purse. That's the story. So, yeah, I'm honest about that. I was thinking about lying that, like, somebody attacked me and I put on a great match or something. But I was just taking something up the purse. But I had a shoulder injury before in 2021. And I had surgery before, so, but it wasn't in the same position, so I'm just breaking down on this left side now. I don't know. I'm getting too old.
But I mean, that really sucks. And I mean, if you would have said it happened in the match, I would have completely believed you.
I know everybody would, but I mean, I can't do that to the girls, like, because the girl, it was such a great match. It was a 3-way, and they were great. Great technique. We took care of each other. It was such a safe, fun match, so I couldn't do that.
And just kind of, going back, if you are able to compete for that championship, I mean, you are still searching for your first, single championship. What would it mean to you to win your first bit of gold?
I mean, of course, it would mean a lot, but it isn't a goal for me, actually. Like, for me, the goal is just to be able to wrestle. Like, when you come from a stroke and everything, being paralyzed, I'm just happy every day that I can walk, that I can run, that I can wrestle, that I can ride my horses. Like, so I'm gonna do this as long as my body allows me to do it, and it's not about the goal, because I already won my goal by surviving a stroke. So, but of course, it would mean a lot to get the shot to get a title match, no matter which goal. It's a privilege. So.
And obviously, avoid picking up lipstick from your purse.
Yeah. So fun.
Now, Magnus, you were in a bull rope match against the Strangler. Obviously one of the hardcore types of matches. What was that match like?
It hurt. I can say that. It hurt, and I got strangled many times in that match. And and then there were like these in the venue. There were like these beams going across the roof. So I somehow ended up crawling over one of them, and at the end of the match, I ended up hanging Strangler with the bull rope. That was looking back to it. Not met that many people can say they hung their opponent in a bull rope match.
Oh, that was fun.
I mean, very true. But speaking of the Strangler, you and Dakota have had your many run-ins with the bloody handsome gentlemen's.
Yes.
Handsome. Oh my God, that motherfucker.
Can you tell us about your rivalry with him?
I don't know why he hates me so much. I think he has some kind of fetish because he wants to strangle me all the time. I haven't done anything to offend him. I'm always so polite to him, and I mean, he's supposed to be a gentleman, but I mean, it's something wrong with him. He's not right in the head, He needs to be put in a psychic ward or something, I believe. Oh my God. Yeah. strangled matches. That's all I can say. It's all about the strangling. You try to avoid the strangling, coming up with tricks to... It's really easy to trick, though. Like this one time, he came running at me, and I just pointed to the ceiling, and I was like, oh my god, look up. And he looked up, and I just, like, stomped on his feet. You know, so it's really easy to trick, though. So I used that a lot against him.
Magnus?
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't had many run-ins with Strangler and his various tag partners. Don't know how we end up always facing them, but it usually becomes a very good match out of it.
Well, I mean, there was a 6-person tag that also...
Oh yeah, I think that match ended up on Botchamania.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, it did. Yeah, it's
Yes.
Botchamania.
There is a clip of Stanislav climbing into the ring and me sending Strangler into the ropes as Stani goes flying. That clip is on Botchamania.
It's so funny. You should find it and link it to this interview.
Yeah. If I have it saved somewhere. I don't know the number off the top of my head.
Yeah, we can send it to it.
If you can send it to me, I could definitely put it in the description of the video.
Oh yeah, you can't stop laughing. Like when I saw it the first time, I just put it on repeat, like, and I laughed so hard. Because when you were in that match also, it was like, what the fuck is he doing? Why is he climbing? Can't he see that he's sending him? And then it's like, and then he went flying, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's part of it. He made it a fun thing, you know, a comedy spot or something. And then afterwards, he was like, my hip. What the fuck? And I was like, oh, God, you didn't know.
I'm sure Stanley will appreciate the nod as well. I know that he actually enjoys being on Botchamania.
Yes, he was like,
Yeah.
I'm on Botchamania.
And I remember him saying before that he had sent several of his matches into Botchamania before, and they'd never been picked.
But, I mean, you wasn't the actual Botch, but what did it kind of mean to you to be on Botchamania? Obviously, it is a pro wrestling institution at this point.
Yeah, well, it's I think it's very nice because, like, it's kind of Botchamania is kind of how I got sold on wrestling in a weird way. Like, I knew of wrestling when I was younger, and then it just sort of, I didn't follow it that much. And then I stumbled upon Botchamania, and I just watched episode after episode, and then I sort of got intrigued on, well, this wrestling stuff is kind of fun. Wonder how it is when they don't fuck up, and that's how I got hooked on wrestling, kind of. So being on Botchamania feels like a full circle moment.
I mean, I can imagine for sure. Just going back to you know, the 6-man. The other person in that match on your side was your bearded brother, Mickey.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your relationship with your brother?
There's not much of a relationship anymore. Yeah, non-existent, pretty much. No, but he moved to Gothenburg, and don't really have any contact at this moment.
Okay, so no bearded brother reunion in the works.
No, not in the works. Like, who knows if we end up being on the same show? We might do it just for whatever, but there's no plans for anything. No.
I gotcha. Alright. Dakota.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned, you know, wrestling in Germany. You also wrestled in Austria against a one Betty Boa.
Yeah.
What was that experience like, wrestling for wrestling in Austria?
I love wrestling in Austria. Like, I think the crowd there is one of the best. They give you such an adrenaline and energy to go up there and put on a great show. And me and Betty was a good match. Like, we're the same. She's a bit taller than me, but we're the same weight, and so we can give each other a good match. And she's very professional, have great technique, and I think she's gonna go far. She's just starting her wrestling journey.
I believe the promotion is WUW. The one, obviously most notable thing about that company is that they don't actually, wrestle with a ring.
No, we're wrestling basements, so it's like you take a body slam on concrete, pretty much.
I mean, what was that like? Obviously, you're a wrestler that usually wrestles in a ring, so obviously remove that part of the wrestler. What was that experience like?
At first I was a bit nervous to it, but then I realized, like, my moves, I don't really need the ropes. I don't like to run the ropes that much, so this was actually a great thing for me. I was kind of advantaged with that, and I could do more character work and work with the crowd instead. And I was mostly nervous to take my first bump on this concrete floor. It's just like really, really thin mats on top of concrete, so it's like, yeah, you're just on the concrete pretty much. But it went so well. As long as you have the technique you're supposed to have and protect your body, it's fine. So for my next show, when I went back, I was like, oh, just throw me here, throw me there, like I'm ready, because I knew the feeling already. So it was much more fun the second time around. And the second time around, the crowd wore Dakota Duke t-shirts, and they knew my name. So that was great.
What did that kind of mean to you, to have, obviously, people in a different country, obviously, connecting with Dakota Duke?
I mean so much, but that was also the point of my character. Like, she's supposed to be lovable, even when she's face or heel, because the heel version, she's like pretty fucking badass, so you want to love her anyway. And as the face version, she's just like such a fun person to be around, and she's always a flirt. So I mean, she always drags people into her, like, and connects with people.
Was there any differences wrestling in Austria compared to Sweden, just crowd-wise?
Ooh, yeah, like the crowd in Austria, they're wild. I mean, they scream the roof off. Like, they are insane. It's like you're walking into like this big concert and you're the star. In Sweden, it can go either way. Like, you go on stage and either the crowd is like really cheerful and very loud, or it's one of those things where you really have to work them. So, but in Austria, you don't have to do anything but showing up, and they're so fucking excited.
Oh yeah. All right. Now, Magnus.
Yes.
You were in a Bell from Hell match against Lord Ryzen. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. The stupid match, as I referred to it. That was, that was a whole mess of reasons why that match needed to happen. And as I recall, neither one of us were really into having the match, but then we ended up having a good match anyway. And I think the thing was, the show before, I had done a heel turn, and then immediately after the show, we're kind of like, oh, we have too many heels. We have to become face again. How do we do this? And then we came up with this weird story of a like demonic bell of some kind, so that whenever this bell rang, I would sort of snap between being face me and sort of not heel, but like under control. So like whenever the bell rang, it would switch between me being in control of myself or Rasin being in control of me. And if he was in control of me, he would just command me to rise up, and it would beat me down, and command me to rise up and beat me down. So that match was a big mess, but I think the crowd understood the story we told.
Well, hey, if the crowd was into it, then you know.
Yes, that's how kind of how I determine if was the match good or was the match bad. Well, did the crowd pop?
Well, you're talking about face Magnus and heel Magnus. Can you tell us about angry Magnus?
Yeah. Well, that is kind of just to have something as a signifier. It says I'm not just here is wrestler man. Like I have something to play on. So then, yeah, Magnus is angry and short. I was about to say short-tempered, but it's short fuse, and yeah. So that's kind of heel or face. That's kind of the thing. And if I'm heel, I'm more of a bit more jealous of that the face is getting the reaction, and like I want it. I want the admiration.
I do remember when I talked to Dakota previously. She was when she was managing you at the time. She did mention like you were angry all the time, and she was trying to get you to calm down.
Yes.
Yes, we've been doing a lot of yoga and angerment treatments. So he has this anger under control now, but he has a good type of anger now where he can like use it in a good way for him in a match and not in a stupid way.
He can channel his anger.
Exactly, that's the word I was looking for. He can channel the anger. Release it when needed.
Well, right now, you're using the moniker Roughneck. Where did that come from?
I just thought it sounded pretty good because Mörbult is kind of like a pun, but it only works in Swedish. And so for the international crowd, I felt like I needed another name. And as I mentioned at the start of this, like you did a good job pronouncing Mörbult at all, because most English speakers don't. So
you're the first that has succeeded.
Yay! But in my defense, I had practice.
Yeah, so like the word in Swedish kind of means to either to tenderize or to be in a fight, sort of thing. So it's a fun wrestler name for a Swede, but if you're not Swedish, the pun doesn't work.
I mean, I'm just thinking about if there was you and a tag team with now I'm blanking on his name. But he used to go as minced meat in
yeah. Ozzy Miller.
Yeah, Ozzy Miller.
Ozzy Miller, thank you. Yes. And you're the tenderizer, he's the mincemeat.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. I was laughing about it for myself. I was like, haha, but you said it.
Yeah. He was. I actually had the last match I had was against him. Actually.
Awesome. Shout out to Ozzy, friend of the show as well.
Yes.
Now, Dakota, can you tell us about that time you wrestled a zombie as a cheerleader?
it was a Halloween show, so I was dressed as a cheerleader. That's why I was a cheerleader, and it was a kids show. So, and yeah, this zombie showed up to give me a match. It was really hard because he was trying to bite me and eat me all the time. So I had to stay away from his teeth. And he really liked submission positions. So, and then like in submission, he would grab one of my body parts and try to eat it. So it was just kind of annoying, but I finally got him down. I don't remember how I finished him off though, but
Don't either.
no.
But the zombie in question also wrestles as Deacon Dread in Stockholm, and I don't know if he is on social media, but he is improving with every match, and he's very good.
Yeah, he's a very good wrestler, but I hate zombies. So.
Who is more annoying? The zombie that tried to bite you, or the strangler that tried
The Strangler. The Strangler. I would take a zombie any day instead of the Strangler.
Well, we're talking about zombies, obviously quite a bizarre, experience, which is a great segue into our next segment, and that is Magnus and Dakota's Bizarre Adventure. These are pro wrestlers that go up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
A road story. Oh,
well, we had it's not that fun of a single story, but we did have a couple of shows at a festival recently that was just so many things went wrong, and so much quarrel with everybody that it went worse and worse until it became bizarre, and then sort of went beyond bizarre to just absurd, and then sort of circled around to just being fine.
Yeah, no, it was insane. Like everything that could go wrong, like didn't play the wrong entrance music to people, so they got pissed off. He played the wrong entrance music to Heidi Katrina, for example. Didn't press play at some points at all. One time the match started, the bell rang, ding ding. Where the fuck is the ref? There's no ref. It's like, so the announcer was like, oh, I'm gonna ref you guys. So he started reffing, but then one of the wrestlers came running in with a ref shirt on, and saved the day.
Main event of the final show, the match went on for like 3 minutes, and then one of the competitors broke his hip.
Yeah.
And it popped out of socket. And, I had to I was just there as a ring guard, but I had to carry him backstage, and so I guess the show's over now.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just insane things happening,
Seems like it's a I'm glad it's over type scenario.
Yeah. But I can tell you another road story, but it's not like wrestling related, but it was Thai boxing related. When I was competing in Thai boxing, I was in Miami training at Muhammad Ali's gym at 51st Street. And then it's just one night going out, and I went past this movie theater, and all these ladies were outside with signs, and I was like, what's happening? And they were like, marry me, Dwayne. And I was like, what? Dwayne Johnson? Is he here? And then it was the premiere of Pain and Gain, that movie. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to stand here, but I'm going to be like a Swedish person who doesn't like to stay in the crowd. So I went to the side to just watch them go on the red carpet. And then this guy in a pink beard shows up, and he was like, are you the model? And I was like, yeah, I'm the model. I'm the model from Sweden. And he was like, okay, just wait here. And then he came back, and then he opened the rope and like, yeah, you can just go and stand by Dwayne and Mark Wahlberg and get some pictures, and then you'll go up the escalator. I was like, yeah, I can do that. But I mean, yeah, so that's how I met The Rock.
I can't believe this didn't come up the first time we talked.
Yeah, no, because it's not wrestling related. That's why. But no, it's wrestling related because he's an old wrestler. But yeah, so that happened. That was fun.
Yeah, and I've had this question pop up in interviews before, of like, but it's hard to think of road stories on the spot, because usually it's just, oh, well, we go to wrestling shows with the boys and it's just a road trip. But then, like, tomorrow I'll probably think of a story.
Yeah, I mean, I just have stories. We don't have that many stories together, because when we're together, it's our safe zone. So, I mean...
When we're together, we're a wholesome couple.
Yeah, exactly. So it's our safe zone. Nobody bothers us. We have each other. We go and watch the concerts we like. We go shopping if we like, sightseeing if we like. So, I mean, it's more when I, like, travel alone, weird stuff happens. Like, now when I was in Germany at the Queer Wrestling Circus, it was, like, this whole thing about my boobs. And everybody wanted to see them and touch them. And, you know, like, this weirdest thing. And like Lexa Valo has an obsession with my boobs. She was like, I love them. And then Kisa Bambi was like, oh my God, you're gonna give me a boob splash in the match. I'm so excited. And I was like, stop smiling. I'm a heel. You're supposed to hate me. And when I came running towards her in the ring, giving her the boob splash, she was smiling from ear to ear, like, yeah. I was like, oh, fuck you. Oh. Oh, so yes, yeah, that's weird stuff when I'm alone.
I mean, hey, even when you're in your safe space with your safe person, it doesn't mean that weird stuff isn't still going to happen.
No, they're just like around us, but we're in our safe circle, so it doesn't bother us that much.
Yeah, we can just observe.
Yeah, we're the observers and judges who's like, oh no, he didn't. Oh, I wouldn't do that. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Let's walk this way instead.
And do you have the pictures of you with Dwayne Johnson and Mark Wahlberg?
I do. I just don't remember where exactly. But I'll try to find them and send them to you. Because, I mean, at this point, I was very young. I didn't have a camera with me at that point. And I didn't have a phone with a camera either. What year did the movie come out? I mean, this is like 15 years ago.
It was 2013, I want to say.
Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain.
Yeah, so almost...
Wasn't it before 2010?
Yeah, I don't know. So it's a long time ago. But I'll find it. But I mean... Yeah, so I remember that after, like, the premiere and everything, I Googled, like, the pictures, and I found them on some, you know, web page for some magazine. So, and I saved that link and I saved that photo. I just don't know where. I think I also shared it on Facebook, but it's like way back. So I'll look for it. It's somewhere.
Definitely. I mean, that's something you wanna, you know, post on a post for sure. I mean, hey, I got to meet The Rock.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, another weird thing or interesting thing you've done is you were in a music video, no?
Yeah, we both were.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking of that. Like, what famous person story could I pull out? And I was like, I was in a Lock Vostok video.
Yeah.
Well, what was that experience like, being in a music video?
Oh, it was fun. It was a bit odd to, like, you do the wrestling moves, and you do, like, this, what would have been a 5-minute match, but it's stretched over, like, 3 hours. So you sort of do a move, and then you kind of stay where you are and remember how you ended up in that position, and then in a while you'll continue from there.
Yeah, and I don't know why I choose to do like the sunset flip, because I had to do it like 20 times. I was like nauseous after this takes, like again, and then you ended up over here, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, there was some friends of ours who wrestled down in Malmö, and they did a thing for Netflix recently. Or I don't know if it was recently, but it's like a film in Swedish where there's a scene where they go to a wrestling show, and there's and I wrestled in that venue as well. So that's odd to see on Netflix. Like, oh, I've been in the location and I've wrestled there. But I talked to one of the wrestlers who took part in that scene, and he said, like, this is the most excruciating thing I've ever done. It's and I recognized what he was talking about, because it's just, oh, you do a move, and then you repeat the move, and they repeat the move, and they repeat the move, and then you...
Yeah, but this is the first time I experienced that. I mean, I've been in a lot of, like, extras at sitcoms, or, like, doing music videos I've done before as a dancer, or the vignette to, like, sitcoms and reality TV shows, so... And I've never experienced this, like, filming for 3 hours on set. Like, usually I go in, I do my dance moves, then they take me out, and then I have, like, a food break or something, and then they call me back in and wants me to do the same thing. And, like, maybe one more take, and then they're happy with it. And then they're like, okay, go and sit in the back. Maybe we'll use you for something more. But in this, it was like we were the main characters, like we were the singers or something that needed to be in focus all the time. So this was the first time for me that you were like on the spot, under the hot fucking lamps and everything for so long.
Yeah, because there was like, out of the 5 people in the band, 2 could potentially have a match, and like 1 more could be coached into doing spots.
Yeah.
But it was still fun. It's like, yeah, you could tell that they had fun as well.
Oh yeah. Now, Dakota, we did talk last time about you covering up some old tattoos. Did you get those tattoos covered, or has there been new ink since the last time we spoke?
It's been new ink. I found that the 2 artists that could do it, like at first I started with another one, but now I have one that can do it. But it is a slow process, but I'm getting it done. So maybe like 80% is done. So it's almost finished. And I'm getting really, really happy and excited about the results. And then I'm going to start with some new ones.
Okay, and what did you get to cover up?
Well, I had this, from the beginning, I had this tribal tattoo on my arm when I was really young, like 15 or something. And then I wanted to cover that one up. And I dated a tattoo artist who was like, okay, so we're just going to do a black background and 3 flowers. Which is your favorite flower? And I was like, it's a poppy flower. Okay, we're gonna do 3 poppy flowers, really big poppy flowers with just a plain background. But then it was like, it's gonna be too dark, so I'm just gonna save some of your skin looking like stars. And I hate stars, so I was like, so I carried this tattoo for such a long time, and then I was like, no, fuck it. Let's do something with this background. And then I found a guy who could make mandalas. So he made like a mandala of life and 2 other mandalas instead of this black background with stars. So I was like, great, can you now make these poppy flowers look like fucking poppy flowers, because they look like hibiscus flowers? And he was like, yeah, I can do that. And then they looked even more like hibiscus flowers. It's like guys can't tell red from pink or something. So they were like really pink, looking like hibiscus flowers, and then I don't like pink. So, and then I finally found this tattoo artist who is great, and I was like, what can you do? And she was like, what do you want? And I was like, I'm so fed up with this fucking poppy and hibiscus flower now. I want a gothic tattoo. I want dark purple roses. And she was like, yeah, I can do that. And I was like, you can? Because I've asked like maybe 15 tattoo artists, and everybody said no. No, it's not possible. No, it's not possible. But for her, it was possible, so that's what she's doing now. So yeah, that was the process.
Do you remember there was a spider tattoo that you wanted to cover up as well?
Yeah, but now instead of covering up, we have been adding on the spider. So the spider looks like more like a Swedish house spider that we call them, that lives in our houses and in our woods. And I saved the net and attached it to an old oak tree with really beautiful branches. And then the dark purple roses and the rose leaves going down towards the net.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So what is new? What are you thinking about getting next?
Well, next I want to finish my right arm so it looks like a sleeve, because it's like maybe 2 more tattoos and then it's a sleeve. So I'll do that. And then I have a lion on my thigh that I want to make more morbid somehow, like the evil eye or something in the forehead, or like make it something unique about it that you haven't seen before.
And Magnus, do you have tattoos?
No, I do not. I know myself, and I know that if I were to get a tattoo, I would get sick of it immediately.
Yeah.
So Dakota hasn't swayed you at all into getting
No.
tattoos?
I think her tattoos are pretty, but like it's not for me.
Well, but we like to say here that everybody is nerdy about something. We all geek out fanboy for something. What do you geek out fanboy for?
Well, yeah, wrestling, and I am a game developer by trade, so I love video games.
What are you playing currently?
Currently, I've been going through Far Cry, the various games again. Like I'm not playing them in order, but at the moment I am playing through Far Cry 4 again. It is still a good game.
Refresh my memory. That's the one where it's the
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one in Nepal, or legally distinct Nepal.
And how have you been enjoying revisiting the Far Cry games?
It's been a lot of fun. Those games, those kinds of games are kind of what I have mental capacity for at the end of a workday. So I just get home, sit down, and just play them for a while. They're simple to understand. They're not massively difficult. It just takes a while to do everything. So it's a great chill out game for me.
What's your all-time favorite? Your go-to?
Out of Far Cry or out of video games in general?
Out of video games.
Out of video games. Oh, that's a big one. I do find myself going back to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or Skate a lot. Though they are a bit difficult to hardware-wise because they're locked to old consoles.
Right.
I have been trying the new Skate game that just came out in early access. It's okay. It is very bare bones, as free-to-play games tend to be.
Right. Well, I mean, you mentioned, you're a game developer. Is there anything you could kind of tell us about what you're developing currently?
Payday 3 is the one I'm on. That I've been on since the start, and I was on Payday 2 before that. So those are the games that I play a part in making.
I mean, that's awesome. I didn't even know that they were making. Making. Like, that's like a big budget game.
Yeah, it's like, and it's a bit hit and miss if people will have heard of it, because people who are into video games will have heard of it, but if somebody who's not into video games, they have no idea what it is. It's not as mainstream as a Call of Duty or whatever, but it's still known enough that it can impress some people.
Oh yeah. Well, you definitely impressed me.
Yeah.
Alright, now, to video games, to the colossal question. Let's say they're making a movie about you. Both of you. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first 3 songs on your movie soundtrack?
Do you have a good answer?
Oh, a soundtrack. Is there any song that's like our song? Do we have an our song?
Was that the Joyride by Roxette?
Oh yeah, yeah, but we hate it.
We kind of sing it when we first met or started dating. We kind of sang it to each other as a joke, so that's probably the closest to our song.
When we were gonna go for like private time, so to say, we were like, "Do you want to go for a joyride?" and stuff like that. So we could do that one, and we could also do another one that we joke about. How does it go? You put it on me and lick the floor.
I don't know what that song is called.
Your body's banging out of control. You put it on me. You know it.
I know it, but I only know it from you singing it, so I don't know what the song is called.
Okay, but then we need a good one.
Yeah, like an actual answer this time.
Yeah. My stripper song.
Pour Some Sugar on Me?
Yeah.
All right. We can do Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Yep, we're done. Those 3.
Perfect. Now that we have the soundtrack down, everybody knows you get the soundtrack first, then you write the script, and then you go to casting. Who plays Magnus? And you can't say yourself because you are legally obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
All right. I remember your last interview. You said Adam Cole.
Oh yeah.
But I don't look like Adam Cole anymore because now I have dreadlocks. So I also heard Chris Hero. I was frequently said like, "Oh, you just look like Chris Hero," but now I look like neither of them anymore. So,
he doesn't have to look like you. I mean, he could get a wig with dreads.
Yeah, that's true.
We could put dreadlocks on Adam Cole. It's okay.
Exactly. Yeah. But who? No, I don't have a witty answer. I don't know actors, so I will say The Rock, so people think that I'm attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Dakota, are we still going with Jessica Simpson?
Yes, we are. I just need to teach her how to wrestle.
Perfect. Now, Magnus, every movie has a supporting cast. Who is 3 people significant to you and your story that would be in your movie, and who would play them? And obviously, Dakota is one of them.
Yes.
We could
yes,
Dakota. The equation.
Yes, Dakota is very much the important one there. Who else? If I would pick 2 more, I don't know. As I said, I don't know actors, so I don't know celebrities in general, so I
Well, we could
don't
just
know
leave
who.
it to people that are important to you.
Yeah,
in your
like
story. And we could
people
leave
who
the
are
rest to
important.
casting.
Yeah, people who are important would probably my dad, and yeah, my mom too. Like we're doing the boring answer.
Dakota, would you like to cast his mom and dad in this movie?
Yeah, I would cast them. I love my in-laws.
They are not going to do this. It's fine.
No, exactly. No, they don't. They won't know. Yeah, if we send the link to them, they would press it, but I don't know if they would listen.
They have not watched a single one of my wrestling matches.
And who would play them as the characters?
I don't know. That was your question.
No,
he asked me. No, he asked you. Who would you cast as my parents?
Uh-huh. I didn't get it. I would cast. I don't know the name of the old actors. But maybe, yeah, okay. Just because I wanted to hang out with, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, then he would play your dad.
Yes.
That would
I am very much in favor of this.
Yeah. So that would be fun. And as your mom, I would say Dolly Parton, because, I want to meet her as well. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
Yep, Dolly Parton.
This is a fun movie.
Yeah.
Alright, well, this is sounding like a fantastic movie. A blockbuster, to say the least. And obviously Dakota's second big hit as well. And you could pre-order the tickets now. Right, on to a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
Yes.
No. No. Only weird people put pineapple on a pizza.
It's sweet and salty.
No, it should be illegal. Why? No, you don't do that. You also eat bananas on pizzas?
Well,
if I knew this, we would never be a couple.
Well, it's because I don't know if it's common everywhere, but in Sweden we have the pizza with pineapple, bananas, and curry, and the curry is the good stuff. Like I can take or leave the banana. That does nothing for me, but it's the curry. That's something extra to that one.
Okay. So you're very pro pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, well, I eat anything.
Yeah, he's like a garbage can. You just like toss it in there, and it goes fast as well. Like, and if you give him a drink, you turn around and then you look back. He's like gulped it all, and I'm like, chill. You can just like taste the drink you're drinking. You don't have to gulp it down.
Yeah, like if we go to dinner with her family, like her family will give me leftovers.
Yeah, everybody, like in everybody's plate.
Oh, you can finish this.
And my dad loves to get him drunk because he drinks. Like if my dad takes a drink, then he offers Magnus a drink as well, and then he does that like all night. But Magnus doesn't know that he's still on his first drink, like my dad. He just keeps on giving Magnus more drinks.
So he puts them down easily.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a problem sometimes, and I kind of don't notice that I've had too much until it is way beyond the point of no return.
Yeah.
May I ask, what was that moment where you were at the point of no return?
Well, it's usually when I start to feel sick. Is when the point of no return. Like, and because I will not be like I will not be stupid drunk. I will be stumbly and fumbly, but I will not be like making a complete fool of myself. And then I will just reach this tipping point where I just start to feel ill.
And start sleeping everywhere, like on the train or something.
Yeah, well, I do that sober as well.
Mm.
Alright, what's your spirit Pokemon?
Spirit Pokemon, I don't know. I liked Arcanine when I was a kid.
Hell yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's both a dog and a tiger.
Now, weirdest question you'll be asked on a wrestling interview, hopefully. Would you ever consider wrestling a rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual physical rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's see.
If everybody was watching me and I get paid for this, then yeah, I would wrestle Raw.
Well, I mean, the Rock does have a tag team partner named A Hard Place, so it could be a tag team match.
Well, it just have not get caught between them then.
Exactly. And then you have the advantage.
Yeah.
Just for context, there is a wrestler named Psycho Mike that indeed wrestled
The
Rock for over 15 minutes in a Tungsten Man match. That's an Iron Man match that lasts for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember during COVID, GCW did a social distancing rules match where I think it was Joey Janela and I blank on his opponent's name, but they did a match where they were in opposite corners of the ring at all times.
Well, I mean, and there's always the Invisible Man versus Invisible Stand, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic match.
On a more serious note, where do you see yourselves in 5 years?
In 5 years, hopefully retired. Who knows? I might be the grumbly veteran who shouts at rookies and breaks my knee every time I walk around, but hopefully I will know better. At the moment, I feel fine, but who knows?
I will definitely be retired, and we will be living on our farm, having some goats and chickens, and I will just be happy with that.
And what is a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off you two as pro wrestlers?
There is a match that I was very pleased with, but I don't think it is available to see anywhere. But it was me and Benny Bacchus and Septimus from FCF in Finland. We had a three-way match at Sweden Rock last year, and I remember that match felt really good, and the crowd really popped for it, and I really, really wish I could see that match myself.
Is there a match that we can find on YouTube?
On YouTube, I don't know, because I have no clue where things are laid out. But there are probably some clips from Stockholm Wrestling circling about. Otherwise, we just send the videos to each other privately. But on occasion, Stockholm Wrestling is broadcast on Twitch.
Okay.
So, and I don't know. I have wrestled a match for Slam, but I don't know if, because they occasionally get put on Trailer TV, but I don't know if that match is.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that one, probably from August sometime.
I gotcha. Dakota?
For me, it is my latest match at Queer Wrestling Circus in Lubeck against Keisha Bambi and Ivana. It was a great three-way match, 50-minute long. Just great spots, great work. And Ivana had this sugar daddy manager, which we finally beat the crap out together. So it was like women support women in the end. And that's what queer wrestling circuit is about. It's like women supporting women and HBTQ community and supporting queer wrestling in general.
Can we find that on YouTube?
Yes, you can. Queer Wrestling Circus, they have their own YouTube channel. And they also did a live broadcast, I believe, but I don't know, where that is. But on YouTube, you can find it.
Perfect. And if it is indeed on YouTube, I will find it, and I will put a link to it in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox. For anybody that hasn't seen it, wants to see it, wants to re-see it after this interview.
Yay!
And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8
Entertainment!
No, we are, but we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom.
Entertainment!
This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
No.
Well, tough shit.
What about you, Magnus? Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Great. Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Kurt Angle.
Dakota?
Is it me also?
Yeah.
Oh, Tony Storm.
Worst wrestler.
Kevin Nash.
Kelly.
I will accept those answers. Your main event in WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Kenny Omega.
Rhea Ripley.
If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
The Brood.
Rhea Ripley's.
Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is...
Kayfabe is dead, but we don't have to piss on its corpse. Thank you, Eddie King.
Kayfabe is just a word. Haven't you heard?
We would have also accepted tastes great on toast. Squash. Fruit or vegetable?
Vegetable to me.
Vegetable?
Seem unsure, Magnus. Is that your
Yeah,
favorite
it seems like a trick question.
Yeah, I know it is a fruit, but to me it is a vegetable.
I had never considered.
Well, you know the answer, but you know that it's a fruit, but you accept it as a vegetable.
Yeah.
We're inclusive here, I suppose.
All right. And New Japan wrestler Taichi, his ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
Comfort wins at the end.
Same.
Did you say same?
Yeah, same.
Okay. And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
No.
No, not in the supermarket, but in the streets of London.
And that is the correct answer. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And once again, where can we find you on social media and merchandise?
Instagram, Dakota_Duke for everything, merch, and just chat.
And I'm on Instagram as Magnus Mörbult, one word. I when I have merch, you will probably find it there too.
Dakota, you need to get this man some merch.
Yeah, I know. We're working on it.
Well, you don't have to type it into your Google machine. All of the links to all their social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox, simply click the link. A new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Buy a damn shirt.
Yay.
Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. But on YouTube and Castbox, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews, and follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Right, when I say Wrestling With, you say entertainment, okay?
Yes.
For our very special guests, Dakota Duke, Magnus Mörbult, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling With
Entertainment!
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.